Hello everyone, today we will start number lecture 12, typology of part of the speech. Here is the plan of our lecture, typology of part of speech and the functional and the notional words. According to Israelevich and Kochalova, there are 9 parts of speech in English: the noun, the adjectives, numeral and the pronoun, the verb and the adverb, preposition, conjunction and the interjunction. In the book Practical Grammar of the English Language, these authors call the noun, adjectives, the numeral, the pronoun, the verb and the adverb independent words. The preposition and the conjunction they call link words. The auxiliary verb are supposed to be link words. They thought that the article is also link word, but it's not any part of speech, and the article is a noun's feature. In their opinion, the interjunction refers neither to independent words nor to link words, as it has different meaning and syntactical function. Musaev in the book English Grammar gives a general classification of the part of speech. He distinguishes between notional, free and the auxiliary part of speech. According to his classification, the noun, the adjectives, the pronoun, the numerals, the verb, the adverb and the word, the category of states belong to the notional part of speech. The notional part of the speech performs a certain function in the sentence. The function of the subject, predicate, attributed object or adverbial modifier. The preposition and the conjunctions are participle. The article belong to the auxiliary part of speech. The modal words, the interjunction and especially the word yes and no belong to free part of speech. In his opinion, the word as they have a syntactical function in the sentence, they always express the speaker's attitude toward the action or reality. To my mind, according to the criteria of the meaning and function, all words are divided into notional and functional, which reflect their division in the early grammatical tradition in the changeable and unchangeable. Here are the functional and the notional words. Functional words are characterized by the incomplete nominative meaning. They are non-self-independent and they perform mediatory function in the sentence. On the participle, the general lies from only unchangeable words are traditionally treated under the heading of functional part of speech. As for their individual forms, as such, they are simply presented by the list, since the number of these words is limited, so that don't need to identify it on any general scheme. To the basic functional series of words in English belong the article is preposition, the conjunction, the participle, and then the interjunction. I think Nigar Valiyeva that the word yes and no belong to functional part of speech. It depends from context. They may be either a conjunction or a participle. Every conjunction has its own meaning, expressing some connection or other existing between phenomena in extra-linguistic reality. It's common knowledge that the prepositions are most important element of the structure of many languages, particularly those which, like modern English, have no developed case system in the nominal part of speech. The prepositions in English are less closely connected with the word or phrase they are introduced than, say, in Russian. This great independence of English prepositions manifests itself in various ways. The preposition is traditionally defined as a word expressing relations between words in sentence. The weakness of the traditional definition is that it does not allow us to distinguish prepositions from subordinating conjunctions. For instance, for example, she never saw him after the concert and she never saw him after he left town. In traditional analysis, the preposition is used with the noun phrase, not with the verb phrase, such being the after in the first sentence preposition, while after in the second sentence is conjunction. In other words, the status of after is determined by the linguistic status of the following phrase. Accepting this approach, we shall have to treat two uses of after as homonymous. A new approach to preposition and the subordinating conjunction is to treat the two traditional categories as prepositions. Rodney Hudson and Jeffrey Pullman include the preposition category all of the subordinating conjunctions of traditional grammar with the exception of whether and that. The prepositions are taken as head of phrase and comparable verb, noun, adjectives, and adverbs which also function as heads. And this approach to prepositions make possible to combine prepositions and subordinating conjunctions into one class and thus solve the problem of the discrimination of prepositions and the conjunctions. Sometimes the boundary line between preposition and another part of speech is not quite clear. Thus, with reference to the word like near, there may be doubtful cases from this viewpoint. Compare, he was interviewed by the police. They were discussing the speech of the president. She sent the letter to John. In all these examples, the prepositions have no identifiable meaning of their own. It's only in the context that we can say that meaning they express. In the first sentence by marks the element that is agent. In the second sentence of marks the possessive relationship between the speech and the president. In the third sentence to mark the recipient. In their grammatical function, prepositions are similar to inflection in syntactic language. Compare interviewed by the police, допрошенный полицией, the speech of the president, речь президента, sent to John, отправила Джона. As already indicated, non-grammatical preposition can be divided into special and non-special. The term special including two types of space, non-temporal and temporal. Special non-temporal preposition marks the preposition of entities with respect to each other. One entity is treated as a reference point with respect to which other is located. It's necessary to analyze morphological features of the preposition. As for phrases concerning the function of preposition to connect words with each other. On the sentence level, preposition is never part of a sentence by itself. It enters the part of sentence whose main center is the following noun, pronoun, or gerund. It would be correct to say that prepositions connect a part of the sentence. They do not do that as they stand with a part of the sentence, not between two parts. In conclusion, in Kazakh we distinguish between notional, structural, and the special part of speech. He gives a general classification of the part of speech of the Kazakh language. According to his classification, the noun, the adjective, the pronoun, the numeral, the verb, and the adverb belong to the notional part of speech. The conjunction, the preposition, the participle, and the modal words belong to structural part of speech. The interjunction and the imitation belong to special part of speech. The imitation are the two words imitate the sound of the man, the animal, the sound of the natural phenomena. There are two kinds of imitation, sound and view. See you soon. The lecture is over.